Before we start territory wars on Zone 16, we must know what is our true enemy, like that skeleton in wanted poster. Actually, it's fucking RNGesus. Now this is an advanced tanking guide, so I leave the details to how to beat Z16 to other fuck tons of guide out there. If you feel lazy, read this text. Now, why would you do a manual tanking? The good news is you are not gotta die and let whole team progress from it, because they are squishy meat bags, although they are one sharp squishy meat bags. However, you cannot flex your DPS, and people who are away from keyboard are still gotta fuck up your progress because they can. It's normal, deal with it. Remember, teamwork is key, and we always lost it. Anyway, this is my personal opinion on how the thing works. Now let us talk about Edelens. You see this? This is not an example of what you need, leave that to DPS. This is what you need, mostly for damage reduction, and healing your sorry ass. Then again, if you feel unlucky, these can also make as replacement. Please, blame the gacha system. This is the talent tree of a dragoon. My advice is to go this route as of level 155. Passive ones include Fighting Soul Maximum that adds bonus to your total defense alone and Grab Aggro, and Poised Defense Maximum for that big passive damage reduction every 4 hit. Then, we have skill buffs talent. Fortified Dragon Impact makes 5 seconds half damage reduction. Fortified Pivoting Spear grab more aggro and more damage reduction, so you can take damage instead of those DPS scrubs, and add another window of damage reduction. Then, let us speak of the rest of the talent that rely on Dragon Siege bonus, which is a whooping 15's buff after casting. Dragon Courage Mastery and Fortified Dragon Courage will add another damage reduction, then healing 20% of your maximum health, which is good, since if you have high health, you can recover more. Dragon Soul Mastery is a good choice, since it is available early in talent tree. It adds critical chance, which means more potential damage. And if you choose this path, you will pick this talent to kill those skeletons faster and potentially dodge their thing, which is alternative tanking in itself. If you want more defense instead, take these two, but you should invest in Dragon Immolation skill, which I don't. Damage Reduction Rotation. Every Milo knockoff in this area has a line AoE skill, which probably will one-hit knock out you like One Punch Man to your face, which is easily avoid, and a surprisingly good way to rest and let your skills cool down. Also remember, the cooldown of the skill is 15 seconds, starts from every time the skill is cast. This is the skill set of the damage reduction, where Dragoon can access to when going tank build. As you can see, it is quite confusing. And now I'm going to show you my current build, because I'm half-assed to try and reset skill to suit every tanking skill needs, just for one particular content, so I just choose 3 out of 5 and run with it. This is a time lapse for how you going to use the skill to maintain damage reduction buff at all times. This is for big brain readers, and it took me half of my life force to figure it out and write it down for tryhards. Now, for those who want me to spare that hassle, you throw a DR skill right after the line AoE, you keep another one right after it expires, and you maintain Dragon Siege buff whenever possible. 4K Bean, you have to also tank some ads that thinks you are tasty and didn't die fast enough. So deal with it if you die, and demand back pats if you don't. Compared to that, Astra is easier, just careful because of skill lag will kill you in circle AoE. For Stover, it's even easier. You just have to take Reflect Shield into account and use DR skill right before shield activates, so he can only get a few cheap discount hits. Zogma has its own shield punt that needs to be watch out when considering your DR options. It has a cooldown faster than line AoE, so brace yourself for occasional 2 hits every 15 seconds. Pray to your healer to not be AFK, and you'll be fine. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you can be a better tank and shove people back to their Stone Age of Golden DPS. I will now include the full run for this video.